Up. We are gaining speed. That is not a bad thing. I want to be going really fast. And we will see what we can do. Now we're right about where we want to be. Let's see. What units? It is in units of air. That's all I can tell you, Levelicious. I'm not sure if it's in tons or anything. It's just intake air, and it gives you a number. I'm not exactly sure what the units on those air units are. But all we're doing, we're just flying right here. We're keeping that prograde marker above the horizon, same as down here on the nav ball. I want to get that speed. I want to go super fast. And I do not want to start dropping. I just want to get as much speed as I can without climbing too quickly. And that is all I'm doing right here. And we are just going to toss energy into this orbital velocity up here where the air is thin, such that we can nose ourselves out. Let's see how it works. I am right there. I feel good about that. I don't want to overcorrect. I want to tap that Q just a little bit. I do not want to start going down. Our rate of climb is good. Our air intake is good. We're doing good. We're gaining speed. 83 peeps, dude. You're not even kidding, Brain Fried. Let's see what we got here. We are about to be into switching mode. Look at this drop. This is dropping on us. We've got good velocity. Oh, there we start to get that asymmetric thrust again. Let me drop her down and see if I can't get more velocity here. Oh, stay with me, girly. Stay with me. Just trying to eke everything I can out before I lose my air intake, but I am getting asymmetric thrust now. It's no bueno, mister. We want symmetric thrust. And I think it is about time for us to do that switch. I'm still on it. I'm still on it. I have not given up yet, but I do not want to drop too much. Look at that. I mean, I'm just trying to keep the plane straight, but look at how much control. I'm just having to hammer that freaking A key, trying to keep straight. And we are not getting a whole heck of a lot more velocity here. We've got to switch. That's rocket mode. Let's go ahead and get on out of here. I want to get that apoaps up. I want to get the heck out of this air. That is what I want to do. And let's see how we do. I may have botched that just a little bit, but we are going to see. Now I'm trying to bring that apoaps up. Wow, I may have done a very poor job of flying that time. That may have not been as easy, honestly. 17. What are we, 1100? That's going to be really close, y'all. I'm not going to lie. This one may not make an orbit. And we may end the stream with me demonstrating how finicky space planes are. Because look at that. Now I've got that good orbital velocity. Wow, I'm way up there. But I'm still down in the soup. That's going to drop like crazy because I just don't have that rate of climb. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it works. I just didn't, that time I didn't get that nose up. I didn't get out of the atmosphere quite fast enough. I don't know if it was the extra wings giving us more drag. Did I close those intakes? Let's see. I think I closed the intakes. Yeah, they're closed. Let's see how we do. I think I may be able to circularize it, but I did give it a little bit too much there. Yeah, I was. The Atraxi, I didn't, I was going a little bit faster, and I think the drag from those wings may have slowed us down just a little bit. This is happening, but it is going to cost us how much to circularize? Let's see. And that was just me at the last second not paying attention. That's 90. So to circularize will cost us 190. Oh no, we're still good. We could still totally get this done with the 190 meters per second. We're already up in space. We're out of the atmosphere. I could have done a lot better job flying there. I was looking at the chat. I was flying the plane. I was trying to keep it in control, and I did not watch that apoaps. I wasted a whole lot of delta V tossing it into that apoaps instead of flying the plane. That is my fault for not paying as much attention. We have a little bit more delta V. There we go, 923, so not too terrible. But that was not great. Flying on my part, I will be the first to admit. Let us see. We've got this crew here. It is now 10:10. That means I've been streaming for 2 hours and 5 minutes. We try to limit the Space Academy sessions to just about 2 hours. And so here is what's going to happen. I've talked about a lot of the basic concepts of the space plane. We started off with the smaller space plane, the maybe space plane. We showed how to balance the plane by putting the center of lift just behind the center of mass. We showed how to keep it simple. So I just had that one tank, that cockpit, that engine, those wings. We kept it really simple. The other thing we talked about was how we would get up into space. So even though the plane didn't have rocket engines, it was just the air-breathing engines, we were able to get that arc. We were able to get up into space, out of the atmosphere, and then do some space dances or whatever it is they do in space, but we came back down. In order to circularize once we get in space, we needed rocket engines, which carried oxidizer. And that's when we added the little engines to the back of her. That allowed her to actually circularize her orbit, and that first space plane we made was totally simple. It was so easy, but it did the job. Then we came back here and we designed this plane. We talked about some important concepts, where to place the wheels so that you could tilt back, how to, again, balance your center of mass, center of thrust. This one actually carries 4 people up to orbit. We talked about the air intakes. We showed how to do action groups. And we definitely used these special engines that have the auto-switching mode. The last thing, I think, is to go ahead and look back at the chat and see if I've missed anything else. Seems like there's been a lot of technical conversation over there. I'm still 4 minutes away from the burn. But I'm going to see if I missed any questions in the chat. This has been Kerbal Space Academy. Here's a couple things. If you follow me on Twitter, I do Kerbal Space Academy sessions just about every night. I always tweet in advance, a couple hours in advance, what I'm going to be doing. I haven't decided what I'm doing tomorrow yet, but White Chevy says, I agree with you completely. I haven't decided what I'm doing for Kerbal Space Academy tonight, but I will tweet it out a couple hours in advance. If you get me on the Twitter, you'll know in advance what I'm doing. We just about always start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will definitely be back tomorrow. However, I'm not done for the evening. I've got this space plane. I need to be delivering this crew up to the orbital Hilton. We're actually going to go ahead and switch out of Kerbal Space Academy mode and into DOS Free Play mode, and we are going to deliver this crew over to the station. So if you want to stick around, I'm going to keep doing this. I am going to get me a little bit of a snack. I'm going to take up and hit the head and that sort of stuff. There is one more thing that is going to happen. I am going to go ahead and hiccup the stream. What that does is it cuts the Kerbal Space Academy segment into one video, and it makes the free play as the next part of the video. When I do that, that makes it easier for me to upload the Kerbal Space Academy videos themselves. And, wow, yeah, I don't know what that is. That's just going to mean that the stream is going to look like it goes offline right quick. It's not going to stay offline. I'm going to be right back. You may have to watch an ad for Twitch. I really want to be a Twitch partner, so maybe I could, define what ads are or something like that. But what I'm going to do is pause my game right here. I am going to hiccup the stream, meaning I'm going to go offline. I'm going to come right back online. I'm going to play some 8-bit music. When we do free play, we're always playing music and that sort of stuff. We're going to get this space plane over to the station, then we're going to come up with some other stuff to do on free play. We also need to, I think, fuel the station, so that may be something we need to do. So, stick around if you want to stay for the free play. If you were just here for Kerbal Space Academy, thank you for hanging out. I hope you learned something about space planes. I hope you keep a couple things in mind. Step 1, keep that first plane simple. Don't put a bunch of parts on it. Keep it a low part count. Keep it lightweight so that you can get it into orbit. Then you can start going on to bigger and better space planes. This is basically a medium-sized space plane. It's not big. But I definitely appreciate everybody that came out for the Academy stream tonight. I will be right back. I'm Das Valdez. Hang out with everybody in the stream. Oh, by the way, declarations there. He just said he was going to watch a movie with a lady. He's still in there in the chat with the sword next to his name. If you like Kerbal Space Program, give him a follow as well. DK is awesome. He helps me out a lot. I wouldn't be able to do what I did unless I had some of the advice that he gives me. So if you like all this, click on DK's name. Give him a follow as well. I will be right back. We will be playing some chiptunes. This is the end of Kerbal Space Academy. I will see y'all in just a couple minutes. I don't even know what else to say. I'm just going to stop the stream, and then I'll be back.